Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode 27 of our Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. In the last episode, we had just finished up dealing with the gym leader in Petalburg City, my dad. We got ourselves the Balance Badge, and after a bit of backtracking and retracking and then backtracking again, I think, I messed up. Anyway, we did pick up the Surf HM from Wally's parents in Petalburg City. We can now surf around to different areas. We can access the eastern half of Hoenn. But before we do that, I want to deal with the Trick House here, which we are currently doing. We've accomplished one Trick House challenge so far. There's going to be one more at least to go. I don't know how many more we can do yet, but we're going to find out. Anyways, do you guys even need a team recap? You know what? I'm just going to show you one Pokemon for the time being because we're focusing on her training. And she could actually use a heal momentarily, but it is Scruff the Electrike at level 25. Static ability, paralyzing on contact. Relaxed nature, which boosts her defense while dropping speed. She's holding Amulet Coin for some boosted cash during battles. And special attack is 45, speed is 41, not too bad. Shockwave, Quick Attack, Odor Sleuth, and Thunder Wave. She's a little bit low on the PP, so I'll probably want to go heal momentarily. But we'll do a recap for the rest of the team if I do need to use them in battle. I figure we're just going to try to speed through this as much as we can. Big hole behind the scroll. Let's do it. And if you see any random cats running around in behind, don't mind them. They're just, they're a little bit crazy lately. I just kept my door open so they can come and go as they please. So you might see them kind of wandering in the background. I can't see them because, of course, my back is turned. So this is going to be a lot of Metroid-ish backtracking, I guess, hitting buttons to open switches and close these trapdoors, looks like. Which switch closes which hole? I'm going to assume this one down here closes the one on the left. I don't know why, something just tells me that. As School Kid Ted is going to send in Ralts, level 17. Minimal struggle for our shock-waving Electrike here. And after this, depending on how many of these trick challenges we can accomplish, I'm going to go ahead and deal with all the trainers on Cycling Road, just so I can get some extra training off of them before we move on. After that battle, I'm even more confused. Sorry. But it has to happen. Can I get you to push all the buttons for me? You absolutely cannot, but I'll push all the buttons for me. So that closes, as I expected, the one to the far left, because that's going to gain access to this button. And this is where I say it's Metroid style, because we're going to have to go all over the place. We go one way, have to go back the other way. That's kind of one of the fun things about Metroid, and kind of one of the not fun things, because this is completely off topic. We're playing Pokemon and talking about Metroid. Oh, you're on your second Trick House challenge. But something that I enjoy about some of the later Metroid games is the map. You know, they let you see where you're going. I remember trying to play the original Metroid on NES back when, or I think I had it back on the original NES. Would you have a ground attack? You know what? I'm not going to risk that. We're going to switch into, I'm thinking Majestic is our best bet. No, yeah, let's go into Smarty. So, team recap for Smarty. Smarty the Knocked Owl, level 27. Insomnia, preventing sleep. Docile Nature, which is neutral. Special attack and speed 51. Special defense 65. Peck, Dream Eater, Hypnosis, and Reflect. Let's shift right into Smarty right now. See, I do watch a lot of other Pokemon YouTubers, and they have a team recap every video, and I don't know if I really need that so much. Let's just see what Peck can do. But just for this one particular episode, I'll just recap the Pokemon as I use them and see how that goes. It's going to speed things up a tiny little bit, because I spend probably about 2 or 3 minutes each episode recapping each of the Pokemon, when a lot of them don't even see any use in that video. But as we get later into the game, I'm sure going to make use of the Pokemon a lot more, so I'll get back to the regular team recaps and such as I've been doing. Sweet Sen, I was going to say, going to stun spore me, but nope. Just going to drop my evasiveness, which is okay, because we're going to knock you down with another Peck attack. But, yeah, I remember trying to play the original Metroid on NES, and I think I got it on the Virtual Console on the Wii, back when I first got my Wii, and, the Virtual Console thing came up. And it's really hard to get through that game without an actual map. Now, you can map out the game yourself, which, in a way, I like doing. Like, nowadays, you can just go online, find a walkthrough, and this and that. But don't supersonic me. But back in the day, this is something people nowadays wouldn't even consider. They wouldn't even want to bother trying. But I like the idea of having a piece of paper next to you as you play a game, and you map it out. It's like you are, what would you be like, the cartographer, I guess? Is that even the right term? But the person who makes the map as you go. And I would then, if any of my friends are playing the game, I would have a map to provide for them and be helpful. So there we go, finally break through the confusion, finish off this Wingull, boom, down it goes. But I kind of enjoyed that, and one of my favorite games, you're good at battling too, was a game called Star Tropics. Is anyone out there familiar with Star Tropics? The Trickmaster rigged all the tricks in this house all by himself. Because that game, ooh, item. I love getting all this mail. It's helping us so much. This is the pro strat. Use the mail against the Elite Four. It's an instant win. Did you know that? Apparently, no, that's not true because I'm making it up. But Star Tropics for NES. One of my favorite games because they had this really cool thing. Now, normally, you get an instruction manual and such in video games, like the cases, right? Just one sec. I want to make my own gym one day, so I'm studying how to set traps. And we might want to use trappage, because arena trap is a thing. But Star Tropics was so cool. In the documentation, like in the instruction manual and stuff, you get like maybe posters or something. And one of the things you got was a letter from your in-game uncle, Dr. J. And the story is, Dr. J invites you to his research lab in the tropics and such. And it's just a simple basic letter letting you know something. But at one point in the game, you're basically going around on a submarine, or like a ship that doubles as a submarine. You know what? I don't like the Leech Seed. We're switching out. Let's go back into Smart, since we already team recapped him. But you go around, and there's a little robot inside the submarine. It's called the Sub-C. And, excuse me, and at one point, you have to realize there's a code you need to input to be able to submerge the Sub-C. And the robot tells you something about the letter being dipped in water or something. And you're like, what does that mean? Like, you in your inventory, you don't have a letter? What they mean is the actual letter that you get in the game case in Star Tropics. If you dip that in water, it's like an invisible ink sort of a thing. A code appears on that letter, and you input that into the game. Suddenly, you can now submerge the Sub-C. And that was this really amazing thing. It takes you, your real-world self, and puts you into the game in a way. I really don't like the Leech Seed. I'm going to stay and go for a peck regardless. Because we super resist. Is that 2 damage I'm going to say? 2 damage. 1. Okay, I overestimated way too much for you. But I really like games that take you, the player, into the world of the game in a way. That's one of the things I liked about Earthbound when I first played that. Of course, Mother 2 in Japan, but Earthbound here in North America. We're going to try Scruff. We should be able to shockwave this. And at one point, as you're playing as, I think it was Jeff, it might be someone else, but I think as you're playing with Jeff, one of the characters you can control, somebody in the game asks you, what is your name? And not you, the character, the person controlling you in the real world, or however they say it. So they're speaking to you, the player, directly, asking what is your name, and you can input your name. Smarty, level 28. Any new attacks, buddy? Nope, that's okay, though. I didn't study battling enough. It's kind of true. Actually, you did pretty decent with the Leech Seed, though. A lot of people don't pay too much attention to Leech Seed. You're strong, aren't you? Maybe even enough to be a gym leader, or a gym leader's kid. Let's super potion our Electrike. Get her back up to full. There we go. But yeah, so in Earthbound, there's a part where the character asks for your actual name. And now, spoilers for Earthbound, which is, I don't know how many years old at this point, but it was a Super Nintendo game, so it's still relatively old. So if you don't want to hear spoilers of Earthbound's finale, skip the next minute or so. But first we get the scroll. Anyway, at one point you're fighting the final boss, and one of your characters, Paula, can only, at one point if she gets paralyzed, all she can do is use her special technique of Pray to draw in help from outside sources. Trickmaster is smart. And what I really liked is, eventually you run out of people in-game to pray, to boost power, to fight the final boss. Ah, you've made it to me? You're sharp. It took me all night to make the maze. You're almost my equal in greatness by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. Fine, you have earned this reward. Timer Ball. Might come in handy. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but scrub that smug smirk from your face. It's much too early to think you've won. I'll make new tricks to stump you, I will. You may mock me only when you're done. Come back for the next exciting installment. Whoosh, off he goes. His planet needs him. So I'm going to go and heal, get Scruff's PP back up, and HP, of course. And, you know what? I used a super potion when I didn't need to, didn't I? Oh, well. I'll probably go buy some more because I can get some money off these trainers. But yes, so at one point, you can't pray for anyone else. In fact, all the other characters in the game have prayed to help you. And another time, if you try pray again, simply it says, her prayers were swallowed by the darkness, or something along those lines. And I'm like, but there's nothing else I can do. My main character, Ness, he's the only one still actively fighting. The other two male characters were knocked out. Paula was the only one left that could do anything, but in her paralyzed state, all she can do is pray. You can't fight, you can't use your psi powers. So, at this point, I'm like, in order for her to do anything, all I'm going to do is pray. And then I chose pray, and it said in, how How many do I want? I'm gonna get 10 more super potions. It says, in fact, I'm gonna buy some Pokeballs too, just because I'm here. But it shows a bunch of, like, you know, underlines, like dotted line sort of thing. And it says, so-and-so prayed for Ness. And then massive damage is done to the final boss. And then, again, the prayer is made. The dotted lines have some letters filled in. And I'm like, what's happening? And as more letters get filled in, I realized it was my name that they asked me to input earlier in the game. I'm being watched. Oh, it's under the dresser. And it was like, it was me, the character, who was sitting there in real life actually being like, guys, don't give up, you can do this, we're so close. And my prayers were actually being put into the game in a way. It was really crazy. I love that. It's just so immersive. Huh? Grr. How did you know I concealed myself in this dresser? You're sharp. In the dresser? You've come to challenge my trick house, haven't you? That's why you're here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Consider your challenge accepted. Enter through the scroll there and let your challenge commence. I shall be waiting in the back. And away I go. So what do we need for this one? Rock Smash. We have that. Let's break that rock. Can we get any encounters based on these rock smashes? I don't know if that's a thing they instituted later on in the games. Alright, so we see some switches are going to alternate the doors. Good to know. I keep coming back to the same place. Hopefully we can get through faster than you can. But I really like games that have that extra aspect to them that just draw you in a little bit more. Level 24. With Shockwave, it's going to turn you to an electric type, but we can quick attack and put you back to normal type. At least this takes away your normal stab. Ooh, not a lot of damage. And Fate Attack. We could paralyze with static. There's a fair amount of damage. How much did that do? 17, it looks like. So we can handle another one of those, but can Scruff even get a knockout at this point? I'm going to switch into... nobody that's going to be weak to electric. Or no, what am I saying? It's like, it's not actually got electric attacks. Let's go into, I think probably Majestic. So let's just quickly take a look at Majestic. Level 27 Swablu with Natural Cure. Switching out, or healing upon switching out. Naughty Nature upping attack, dropping special defense, I think. Soothe Bell to make her a little bit happier. Special defense is at 42. Fury Attack, Peck, Sing, Safeguard. Let's do it. Get in there, Majestic. We'll get some experience for you as well. I might finish the trick house at this point based on these levels that I'm seeing. Probably a good idea. Our defense falls, but can we take this thing down with a Fury Attack? Now, does the first hit, it does turn into normal type. Okay. I was kind of curious how that would work. Yay! 2-hit Fury Attack. Ooh, defense goes down again. Yeah, we'll switch back again. Let's go into... you know what? I'm done playing this. Pokémon... you're the normal buster. Let's do this. Rock Smash. In fact, we're making so good use of Rock Smash anyway. And we resist the Faint Attack. Not too bad. So let's just finish this off. You know what? Is it going to be faster? No, we're 7 levels above. We're faster than you. There we go. We could have even fake outed too. Or, what would you call that? Fake outed or faked out? Where exactly do you put the past tense on that term? Scruff hits level 26. Special attack goes up by 2 to 47. And that's it. Justin is just in time to get out of here. I'm already having trouble, and then you have to beat me? It's not fair. Sure it is. And as I thought was going to happen, I did look up the levels of evolution. Scruff the Electrike is evolving, everybody. Let's enjoy this as we get this new evolution on the team. First time seeing this particular Pokemon in the Sapphire playthrough as well. Manectric is here. Scruff has evolved into Manectric. Not too bad. Let's check out Scruff. It's full of doors here. It's too small and dark in here. Help! You should have a Pokemon with Dig. That could help you out. So, Scruff, let's check you out. You still got static. Still relaxed, of course. Nature doesn't change upon evolution. And nice special attack. 68. 62 for speed. Your defenses are still quite bad, so try to take things out one-hit KOs if you can. And let's check the Pokedex. Did I check Pokedex for all the other evolutions? I hope I did. If not, whoops. We're going to check out Manectric here. Whereabouts are you at? There you are. Manectric, the discharge Pokemon. Manectric discharges strong electricity from its mane. The mane is used for collecting electricity in the atmosphere. This Pokemon creates thunderclouds above its head. Nice. Alright, so she is still the lowest level, I believe, so she's still getting some experience. We're going to see Manectric in battle in this very episode. Oh, I see. You've got rocks blocking the switches. But we do see an item up here. We need some more mail. Let's do that. I don't know what's going on here. I'm starting to feel sad. Oh. Is it because the blue doors are open? Because blue is kind of a sad color? I've heard yellow is a happy color. Like if you put yellow paint all in your room, it's supposed to be like the happiest color based on the way your mind interprets it. I've heard other people say a completely yellow room would drive you insane after a while, though, so I don't know. Maybe a faded yellow, like a pastel yellow or something is the way to go. But speaking of yellow, we've got an Electrike. Not much more to say about that. Ooh, you're weak to Shockwave. Let's do this. So I think, like I said, we're going to finish up this last trick challenge, and we're going to come back later on. I'll just take a quick look in to see what the next HM is going to be. It's probably going to say Strength. You're awful. Sorry. Awful good. I know I'm weak, and I have no sense of direction. Yes, we got the wood mail. Exactly what I needed. So which button should I push? I'm going to push this one over here. Or wait, I can push that one up there. Wait, can we just access everything? No, we can't get that other mail. We could get the scroll now, but let's deal with this trainer first of all. Oh, he's a hiker. He's going to have ground types. I don't get it. What would anyone want with a house this bizarre? You know what? You say that, but this is the kind of place I would love. I've always said if I ever had the money to like build my own home, I would want to build a home with secret passages because it's fun, you know? Like, not that I've ever had a place with secret passages or anything. Let's go to Skippy. But if I did... Actually, let's hold that thought for one moment. Can this thing self-destruct? Even if it can, we have our most defensive Pokemon out anyway, so I made the right choice. Water Gun. Sorry, Surf. I forgot. We have Surf now on Skippy. I didn't do a team recap for Pokémon or Skippy. But we've seen them a lot anyway. I'm sure you're familiar with them by now. If you're not, feel free to check out the episode, 2 episodes back when we took on Petalburg Gym. You get to see a lot of these Pokemon in action. Or, these Pokemon in a lot of action, let's say. But I would love to have a place with secret passages. My ideal thing would be to build a house with secret passages, and then if and when I eventually sell it someday, don't tell the new owners about the secret passages, let them find them. It reminds me of something I saw a while back. A family had a sort of a back room that was walled off at one point, and then they had a child. And what they decided to do was, first of all, I don't get it, how did I lose? So they had a bunch of like these old coins. I don't get it. How many traps are in this house? You may be the one to solve that. And yeah, so they had a bunch of like old coins, and they decided, let's put the coins in a secret sort of a treasure thing, and they put it into the boarded up room. And then they created a... Did I just block off the exit? I did. We can grab this at least. Shadow Mail! But, what am I trying to say? In fact, wait, I'm getting so sidetracked. Where do I go? I'm going to use this button here. But they put a secret treasure map somewhere in the house, and they let their little daughter find it. And then the daughter then started tracking down the treasure in the house, and she found that it was like, you know, a boarded up wall sort of a thing. And I think we found the way out. In fact, I could have probably pushed the button up behind him. That would have done it too. But there we go. We have made it. Trickmaster is coveted. By some, perhaps. Anyway, so the little girl had to find her way to the treasure, and they opened up the access to the secret room. It was really cool. It's like, that'd be a really cool thing just to, you know, blow somebody's mind as a little kid. Ah, you've made it to me. You're sharp. It took me all night to bring in those boulders. Sorry, they're all gone now. You're almost my equal in greatness by 1, 2, 3, 4 places. See, he keeps ticking down the number. Looks like there are going to be 3 more challenges after this. Fine, you have earned this reward. Hardstone, let's boost some rock attacks. In fact, that does remind me, I'm going to be doing something with that Rock Tomb TM eventually. Scrub that smug smirk from your face. It's much too early to think you've won. I'll make new tricks to stump you, I will. You may mock me only when you're done. Come back for the next exciting installment. Trickmaster away! So what is the next one going to be? Let's see if I'm correct in my assumption that it's going to be Strength. Man, it'd be nice if you could run indoors here. What generation was that instituted that? I don't even remember. Anyhow, let's pop back in, see where... So, I'm going to say he's hiding under the left plant, just a guess. Nope, I was looking at the left plant, and now I don't even know where he's at. Is he in one of the windows? I know that's a thing at one point, I think. There he is, okay. Huh? Grr. How did you know I concealed myself beyond this window? You're sharp. You've come to challenge my trick house, haven't you? That's why you're here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Consider your challenge accepted. Enter through the scroll here, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so what do we need for this one? Yeah, it is going to be strength. Okay, so we'll come back later on. We do have the strength HM. We haven't taught it to anybody just yet. I think I know who I want to teach it to. But you know what? Let's do an uphill battle. Let's go up Cycling Road, and what you can do, I don't think you earn anything for it, but you can come down Cycling Road and they time you based on how many collisions you have and how fast you go. But since we're going to be fighting along the way, we don't need to worry about time. This is Cycling Road. If you were to ride from Mauville to Slateport on a mock bike, you would be rated for the number of collisions and your total time. You will do that on the way back. The best record to date. No one seems to have taken the challenge. There is no record. Alright then. Learning techniques will make bike riding even more fun. There are some places that you can reach only by using a bike technique. Which reminds me, I want to switch back to the acro bike after this. Whoa, watch it! I guess you're not used to bike racing. No, I'm just strolling along. Having a nice casual bike ride. What's your problem? Alright, Triathlete Jacob with 3 Pokemon. Yeah, that's right. You got a bunch of electric types. Level 7. But you got a bunch of electric types. Luckily, you don't have Lightning Rod, so our Shockwave will connect. I don't want to get the static paralysis, so let's try to avoid the quick attack. Plus, with a nice 60-some special attack stat, I think Shockwave is a decent way to go. Until the point we get a Voltorb that might be able to self-destruct. Oh wait, level 7 again, never mind. Would you even, like, why would they have level 7s here? Are they setting me up? Are they giving me a false sense of security? Possibly. Only one way to find out is to continue going through these trainers. Is there anything else to really mention? Ooh, Magnemite. Level 15, so why would you have 2 level 7 Voltorb if you had a level 15 Magnemite? I don't know. Still, Shockwave is the best way to go, though. Don't paralyze me. Don't do it. You don't want to do it. Yes. Alright. So, I think, if I remember correctly, I heard there's supposed to be some more Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon information on the 27th, which is tomorrow. Don't know for sure on that. Don't quote me on that. But feel free to check out the channel tomorrow and see if there is a new update. Whoa, my brakes failed! Of course, you can always just follow the Pokemon Pokemon YouTube channel itself and get the information there, too. Flat tires and brake problems can cause serious injury. Inspect your bike for problems. And I'm back. Sorry for that brief distraction, but someone just came in the back door. I had to go check that out. Let's continue dealing with these triathletes. Now, why are they triathletes? They're only biking. I've been riding without stopping. My thighs are like rocks. Or like hard stones, which we now have. I don't know what I meant by that. But anyway, Jasmine would like to battle with 3 Pokemon. Yeah, so why do the triathletes have like electric types? What does that make any or how does that make any sense? Anyway, let's go ahead and take this thing down. And so if there is more Sun and Moon information, I don't know, like, what more can they show us? If there are new Mega Evolutions, they might want to start letting us know about those. I really don't think there are going to be new ones, though. Because I think they want to focus more on the Z moves for the new games. And maybe they're going to show us some new Z moves or something. Or maybe we'll finally see some more Ultra Beasts. Or, I don't know, there could be so many things they could show us. I don't even want to speculate just yet. I want to wait and see what happens. If we do get some more information tomorrow, which I kind of hope we... kind of a double-edged sword. I kind of hope we do, kind of hope we don't, because we already know so much about the games. I want a lot of surprises still in there, right? I don't want to have everything kind of spilled to me, so... I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that has not been revealed just yet. Like, you know, I've heard tell of other Alola forms that have been confirmed. I'm not going to speculate on that. I'm not even going to mention those in particular, though. But I know that is a possibility. Again, level 7 Voltorb. What is with your level 7 Voltorb here on the Cycling Road? I don't know. But anyway, I'm looking forward to some new Sun and Moon information as long as we still have plenty of secrets left in the game to find on our own. I'm worried about muscle cramps. Good thing to be worried about while you're doing your triathlon. Oh, you have some gym badges. No wonder you're so strong. That's right. Oh, hey, you got that bike from Rydell. Oh, it's glaringly obvious. It says right on your bike. Here we go. Rydell, 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 Rydell. That name's everywhere. You should write it all over the place. It's good advertising. Seaside parking. This is a parking? Interesting. Don't panic if your bike's going fast. That's what they got brakes for. In fact, okay, talking about going fast, one of my favorite things to do, which I realize I haven't done in years, but I gotta get back and do it. Skating. I like to just go skating in, like, you know, skating rinks and such. And I used to play, when I was really young, my father had me playing ice hockey. I didn't really like playing the game as much as I just liked being able to skate. So what I would actually do, like, I didn't stay with hockey, but I just loved to keep skating. And well into my older years, I still like to go to the skating rinks, and I never officially took any classes to learn how to stop. So, for me, I love to go really fast on the ice. I'm a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, so, you know, gotta go fast. And you know what? We're gonna have to switch. Let's switch into Skippy. And what I would do is go really fast on the ice, and when it came time to stop, I would just slam into the boards and stop myself that way. Not the wisest thing to do, of course, but it was the only way I knew how. And eventually, I taught myself by just, you know, watching YouTube. It's kind of weird how many things you can learn from YouTube, but I would watch YouTube and get advice on how to stop when you're skating. I shouldn't panic during Pokemon battles, and I eventually learned how to stop pretty decently. There's no need to panic or stress. Take it easy. There's plenty of time. In fact, there's not. There's only another few minutes left in this episode, but we should be able to clear out all these trainers. You! Yo, you! Can you keep up with my speed? Probably. I'm gonna say probably. And just make sure there's no cats locked in the room here. Anthony likes to battle Magnemite, of course. And again, I don't see the connection between... Oh, we didn't heal Scruff. We should probably Super Potion Scruff. But if she can take these things down on her own, I think this might be the last trainer. If there's one more, I'll heal it before that fight. But if we can get away without using a Super Potion, then we can go ahead and heal up in the Pokemon Center in Mauville City, because that's going to be our next kind of launching point. Level 27. Special attack up to 71. Awesome. Wonder when she learns Discharge. She is the Discharge Pokemon. And what I want to replace Shockwave. Shockwave is fully accurate. It's not going to miss. Discharge has a really good chance to paralyze, though. We'll have to see. I kind of hate the idea of getting rid of a TM from a gym leader that I've used. Crash and burn! But there are sometimes just attacks that are better. Speed alone won't let me win at Pokemon. I need to reconsider this. Yeah, there's more trainers. So let's go ahead and Super Potion. I think I have enough time left to deal with at least one more. I kind of want to get rid of all these trainers, though, so let's see if we can take care of them. Is there anyone after you? The triathlon is hard in the extreme. You have to complete the 3 events of swimming, cycling, and running. I'm glad she explains that, because you might not understand. At one point you fight swimmers that are triathletes, you fight runners, and Abigail here, of course, on a bike. You might be, if you don't know what a triathlon is, or a triathlete is, you might be thinking, what? Why are you all... What? You're 3 different trainer classes. But nope, it's just they're in different stages of their triathlon. So look at that, a one-hit KO. Of course, we're 10 levels higher. But regardless, a one-hit KO. Pokemon battles are hard too. Yeah, they have that aspect to them. I'm exhausted, so I need a break. It's important to get proper rest. That is definitely good advice. And that is the last trainer right here in the middle. So let's finish up. The bike is too fast. Wait, how do you like the way my raven-colored hair streams behind me? I grew my hair out just for that. It is not a trainer battle. Alright, so we have taken care of Cycling Road, which I'm happy to say has been accomplished. Why does the bike keep lagging there? I don't get that. If you're transitioning from one spot when you can only bike to you can walk as well. But with all that, we have completed the episode. We're going to heal up here in Mauville City. I want to say to everybody, thanks for checking out the episode. If you want me to do the team recaps every episode, just let me know, and I'll be sure to do that. Because like I said, we didn't even use... Who didn't we use in this episode? Burrow. Like, for example, I could have shown you Burrow stats and stuff, but we didn't even use them. So, anyway, I like the idea of continuing the team recaps, but I might just kind of skip them in future episodes. We'll see how it goes. I'll kind of play it by ear. Anyway, again, thanks for checking out the episode. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought and what you're looking forward to in the future as we now go to check out the eastern side of Hoenn. 3 more gym badges, and of course, there is a legendary encounter coming up at some point, and we're not done with Team Aqua just yet. So feel free, like I said, leave a comment, and if you miss any episodes, feel free to check out the link in the description to the full playlist and get caught up on all the episodes of Sapphire thus far. With all that, we're now going to get on out of here. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.